from literally sun up till after sundown, and through wide stretches of plantations and back roads that were scary, and long stretches where we peed in the woods. and some of us had serious pain, and some of us were strong the whole way. But I tell you, we started as a team already. We started as sisters already, but there is nothing that could have brought us closer together to do the work that we need to do. So 2018 will look different. We did all this to tell you that 2018 will look different, and that from here, we need every one of you to help us grow so we can actually start an actual movement in cities just like we walk through now. If you could imagine, in every single city that we're from, every single city our family lives, if you had groups of women like this bringing hope and joy and love instead of liquor stores and funeral homes and broken glass like we just walked through. This is actually what we need. This is the kind of healing that we need, you guys. So please, women, not you guys, women, please, please, please help us build this movement to 1 million. 120,000 is not enough. So when we get to 1 million, we will be in a place where we can start to change the culture of our lives and our families and our communities. And so that's why we did this. So I thank you for support. I couldn't have thought of another way to end this than to see all that, the signs and the blue wig, and it was good. It was so good. So thank you so much.
I'm going to take just one moment to have a personal moment with these women that you guys can witness or just participate in. I was in the back I was in the back a lot, but I was in the back this last stretch as well. And a lot of times people ask us, you're going to rally 1 million women. That feels too audacious, too unrealistic. And I had someone say, what if you just rallied the women? You had this 125,000 women. Would you be satisfied? Would you feel successful? And I have always been thinking about that. Like, is it enough, just the women who are here, to have you healed, to have your families healed, to have you out walking? Is that enough? But today, as I was walking behind the 9 of you guys, I was thinking, but this would be enough for me. If my only life's work was that I could create space for these women to show up every day and do something they love, to work with other Black women, to not go to a job they don't like, to have time off when they need it, to see their families. If I didn't do anything else, never mind 1 million women, it would be a life well spent to have spent it helping to bring you guys' genius into the world. So I just want to thank you guys so much. And then I was overwhelmed, I think like a lot of us was, especially as we walk through the last community and the injustice of the men at the liquor store and the sadness in the community, and just knowing that right underneath there is this like flame that cannot be put out, and how do we bring it forth? So I was a little bit overwhelmed. But then when I saw, and I have to just name names right now, when I saw Reverend Teresa, who on our very first We Are Harriet in 2013, when we didn't know each other or her power or her divinity or that God had called her to do this work, but when I saw your face, and then when I saw Lanice, who flew in from Memphis, Tennessee, because Lanice is a soldier and she does this work and was hit by a car not just a year ago, but still is out there working. And then when I saw Ebony here, and I was like, where are these people coming from? And Gloria here. And then when I saw Susie praying down Babylon right in front of me, and I knew that, like, I know these women's names, and I know their stories, and I am so grateful. I am so grateful every time I see you guys out walking, but to see you here, to feel that we have a community of Black women across the country who have each other's back, who hold each other accountable, who ain't gonna let their sister fall, that we have soldiers on the front line with us to do this work with. This work is not Morgan and I am grateful for you. And then lastly, I saw Chantrell, who is building a new vision for what GirlTrek will look like, and Michaela with your blonde afro. And I thought, we are badass. I thought if we can have Susie Page pray us down, pray us and protect us, and Lanice come in, and we can have women from all over, of all walks and all lives, and all of you, and Chastity who came from New Jersey, and Janine who came from Brooklyn, and Banana Pudding that came from New York City. I feel inadequate. I feel like there are no words to express our gratitude. And every single woman who might see this or might hear this, I don't think you guys understand how much we talk about you, how much we smile when we see your photos, how much we pray and pray and pray. And so when we were struggling, and we were struggling a lot of times, just struggling spiritually and mentally and in pain, we called your faces. We closed our eyes and called your faces. And I don't think you guys know what that is. There's not one thing happening right now in our world or in our country that Black women cannot overcome, that we do not have the answers for, and this here is proof. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you does not feel like enough. Thank you to our team for just being so magnificent. Nicole and Opa, please raise your hands. We're the logistic geniuses behind this. I'm saying we was on the highway, we was in people's driveways, we was turning right, turning left, looking at Google Maps and Street View, but they got us here, and I just want to thank them. If you guys have seen GirlTrek anywhere on social media in the last couple days, and we've been blowing it up, shout out to Jewel for making that happen. We have all this flight gear because Adisha, our operations manager, said I'm going to do this. I'm going to put in the absolute work. We have our newest member on the team, China, the youngest member on our team. China. At every step of the way, if you are a GirlTrek organizer, know that organizer Onika called y'all to task. And when we approached a bridge in a body of water, and it was not in our plans, and it wasn't on Google Maps, Onika got in the street and started pounding on doors and said, we got to get across the bridge. And she got a white man in a pickup truck to open up the pickup truck and let us all pile in. And if you have been watching us, and if you have been watching us on social media, shout out to Sandria for helping to tell our story and for being so powerful. And last but certainly not least, last but certainly not least, while we walked, somebody on the team, because there's roles for everybody, right? Somebody on the team had to say, I'm gonna be the one to shuttle the supplies. I'm gonna be the one to meet you at every stop corner. I'm gonna be the one to bring the photographer, to bring the video. I'm gonna be the one to be at the hotel to make sure you guys got warm rooms to go into. I'm gonna be the one. And that was Carla. Yeah. And it was Melody, our volunteer, who came in. Thank you, Melody. So we are a team, and I think all of us were a little bit protective of our space. We were anxious about what it was going to mean to encounter this big group after we have for 5 days been building this camaraderie. But I'm just going to say it felt amazing. Actually, we were anxious, but it felt amazing. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.